So today is Saturday, and typically on Saturdays, I just spend time with myself. That has been what I've been doing for the past at least 2 or 3 weeks since I've been back from Chicago. And I feel like that has helped me a lot in terms of like being more direct with people as far as, you know, me wanting to spend more time with me. I feel like that's really important anyways. And I made a decision that I was going to spend this weekend with myself, like Saturday and Sunday. And during the week, I've gotten so many offers to like for me to hang out with people. And this just brings me back to my point exactly of the fact that like, you know, more people will want to hang out with you the more that you are set with what you want to do. Or like, you know, how serious am I about hanging out with myself? That's what it comes down to too, because if I'm not that serious about being with myself, then I was like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I'll go out for coffee or do this or do that. But it's like I really do have to spend more time with me. Today I was also journaling, and I wrote in my journal, there's so many things that I have to complain about. Mostly the things that I'm still not doing for me. And I wrote, if I have the energy to complain about all the things I am not doing, I have the energy to just do it. And that's so true. I have the energy to just do it. Like today, like I had a plan yesterday of what I wanted to do today. I already had a plan. And my plan was, okay, I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to wake up, I'm going to shower, I'm going to get my bed done and my clothes put away and all, and my pictures hung up and all this blah, 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 blah. None of it got done. None of it. And then I was like, well, you know, there's a reason why all these things are left unfinished and why this keeps happening, because I feel like it's a reoccurring pattern for me. Like, for example, like I started vaping again, and then I went all day without doing that. It was like my nicotine pen. I went all day. I feel like I can actually breathe out of my nose, which is nice because typically when I do it, my right nostril gets clogged up, and then I'm like, but I actually feel pretty clear. But I have been scrolling majority of the day. I have been scrolling, and I hadn't stopped until this last hour when I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone down, I'm gonna start writing, and then I'm just gonna go with whatever I feel I'm inclined to do after that. So just kind of like taking it easy, kind of taking it like going with the flow, not really so much as like rushing myself to get anything done, because who cares if like this stuff isn't done today? What if it's not done for like a week? I don't feel like that'll happen, but it's like, why are these things still left unfinished? And what happens in my own process that I come to this point of like halting myself from progression? Much like, you know, I feel like I have still these like problems that I have created in my experience, such as with my eating habits, such as with my periods. I guess I started my period early, but I could have sworn last month it was later, like on the 15th, and this just started like 2 days ago, and it's only the 9th. So I don't really know what's going on with that. And the whole thing with my bloating, like when I get super bloated, I don't want to eat. And just really having all those things like regulated in my life, because how I do that is also how I'm going to do anything else that happens in my life. I can't just start something and then stop, and then start something and stop. Like, I need to allow myself to get past the certain point that I just keep going. And feel those feelings of like, okay, I have to stop now, whatever. blah, blah, blah. But maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's not about stopping anything. Maybe it's about feeling the feeling of the fact that I want to stop these things, but just being like, no, like, I'm going to take a step back, allow myself to be with me, not scroll, because I noticed that when I scroll, I stop doing everything, including being with myself, including just being. So I feel like a big thing is just like coming back to myself and choosing me over and over and over again, even though it's like hard, even though it's hard to look in the mirror sometimes, or maybe it's hard to do the things that you know, need to do to like get ahead or get like one step closer to like how you want to be living your life. Like, do I actually want to be living my life where I just have all these things and piles of uncompleted things in my experience? Like, do I actually really want that? And the answer is no. Like, I don't want incompleteness, because the way I do one thing is the way I'll do everything or other things in my experience that I may not like be aware of. And the awareness is only going to come from me being in the present moment and not so much as me scrolling and looking at my phone and being like, okay, I'm just going to like aimlessly go through this thing. Like, no. I also know that I don't want to live my life like that. So when I catch myself in those thoughts in my head of like, oh, I'll just scroll. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm like, I'm just going to take a break and just scroll. But I know that when I do that, it doesn't end up just being 5-minute or 10-minute, or like it just ends up being 20 to 30 minutes to an hour, or a few hours go by, and then all of a sudden, like, there's my day. And I also don't want my Sunday to go by with me not being aware of my day either. Like, you don't want to miss out on your life. At least I still don't want to miss out on my life. The life that I still could have, or the things that I could still do while still being here. Like, you're only as old as you feel. And I need to start feeling more like that I'm alive. And I need to do the things that are gonna make me feel more like I am alive. Like being in the present moment. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Have a great rest of your nights. Bye.